Okay, hello. We're doing exactly what the title says. We're eating can of peaches in the forest. So let's get into the first one after I eat the can of peaches, or I mean, open the can of peaches. So let's open the can of peaches. Fruit. Ah, the lid fell in. So the first question I have is, how do octopuses reproduce? I'll let future me say what he's gonna say while I drink.
Shut up, past meme. As the video from Nat Geo says, this is about to get good. Really good. I mean X-rated hot octopus on octopus good. I put a link in the description of the video if you'd like to see the video from Natural Geographic about octopus mating. It's pretty funny, but I'll sum it up for you here. Basically, this thing called hectoclotylus goes into the female's and he'll deposit his reserve, and once they're done mating, they will die. How romantic.
My second question is, how do speed guns work? The ones that cops use.
Okay, so you know the big ass radar towers they use for planes? It's just that, but a cuter, handhelder version. But these days, apparently more and more cops are using a new radar gun called LiDAR gun, for short also called a laser speed gun. It's concentrated light. The LiDAR gun clocks the time it takes a burst of infrared light to reach a car, bounce off, and return back to the starting point. By multiplying this time by the speed of light, the LiDAR system determines how far away the object is. Unlike traditional police radar, LiDAR does not measure change in wave frequency. Instead, it sends out many infrared laser bursts in a short period of time to collect multiple distances. By comparing these different distance samples, the system can calculate how fast the car is moving. These guns may take several hundred samples in less than half a second, so they are extremely accurate compared to the old radar guns.
Third question is, has anyone ever been hit by a meteorite? I know people have been hit by lightning, but what about a meteorite or a rock from space? So meteorite.
There's only ever been one known meteorite victim, a 34-year-old woman from Alabama who was hit by a grapefruit-sized extraterrestrial rock. On November 30th, 1954, she was happily napping on her sofa when all of a sudden a 8.5-pound, 4.5 billion-year-old space rock shot through her roof, bounced off the radio, and hit her on her upper thigh and hand, giving her a large bruise. Anne Hodges, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, remains the only person in recorded history to be struck by a meteorite, but dozens of geologists rushed to dispel that Anne Hodges was hit by a meteorite. Instead, they said it was a regular terrestrial rock which either fell from a roof, a plane's wheels, or was thrown by burglars to see if anyone was home. The rock that hit Hodges, however, was most definitely a meteorite.
No. Next question is, what car has had the most miles on it, and what brand is it?
Irv's Gordon Volvo P1800S has covered an incredible 3,250,257 miles in 52 years, making it the highest mileage car in the world. The Volvo's durability and longevity were largely attributed to its original transmission, which survived the entire distance without breaking down. That's the equivalent of 7 round trips to the moon in his strong Volvo, or 120 laps around the planet. That's nuts.
Next question is, why do goats have their eyes in a line?
Since goats are herbivores and need to be able to protect themselves when a predator comes along, a broad line of sight, aided by wide, rectangular-shaped pupils, allows them to see danger approaching from their peripheral vision. These pupils give them a field of vision of 220 to 340 degrees. Because of the special shape and large size of these pupils, the goat is able to have more control on how much light enters the eye so they can see more easily at night.
I just had a guy, I think it was a guy, call me a idiot. I'm not an idiot, soy un pendejo, which means exactly the same. Something new. I'm doing a side quest. That's what I'm doing. Would he ever do it, or she? It. I don't know. The next one is, why do ostriches put their heads in the ground? I know future me and I know past me, it's a lot of wind. I think it's gonna tip over the camera. The camera's already been tipped over once. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna, oh crap, it's a lot of wind. Just gonna say, I know ostriches don't put their head in the ground, but I want to know. I think they don't. Where did that come from? Like, who made that up? Why did that become so popular? Like, I'm pretty sure they would just die if they.
Look at past me, knowing stuff. Burger King foot okay. However, since they're flightless birds, ostriches are unable to build nests in trees, so they lay their eggs in holes dug in the ground. To make sure that the eggs are evenly heated, they occasionally stick their heads into the nest to rotate the eggs, which makes it look like they're trying to hide their head into the ground. Hence the myth was born.
How many calories are in a tree? I just thought of that right now. I had a different one, but this one's probably lame too, but it's questions I have, not you. And I guess past me, but this one's right here, right now. Just chowing it down.
Inner tree bark is consumable and can be obtained in large amounts year round, just by skinning a single tree or taking advantage of branches falling off during a storm or just when they're on the ground. The bark is nutritious, packing about 500 to 600 calories to the pound, but it might be bitter tasting depending on the species and the tree's growing conditions. The edible ones are pine, slippery elm, black birch, yellow birch, red spruce, black spruce, balsam fir, and tamarack.
It's a good can. I mean, good peaches. Pretty sure didn't even look like corn, but future me will tell you more about it. What did corn look like before we modified it? If you don't know, corn didn't always look like that.
Scientists believe people living in central Mexico developed corn at least 7,000 years ago. It was started from a wild grass called teosinte. Teosinte looked very different from our corn today. The kernels were small and not placed close together like kernels on the husked ear of modern corn.
The next question, number 9, I think. Question number 9 is, who has had the best Darwin Award, or like the most like impossible, like voted best Darwin Award? Because there's got to be a better one than the rest. Like, maybe not better than all the other ones, but better than that one at least.
Couldn't really find what I was looking for or to the question, so I just found Darwin Awards that really couldn't be any more Darwin awardee, So, Sylvester Brittle Jr., 26, was killed February in Seabioville as he won a bet with friends who said he wouldn't put a revolver loaded with 4 bullets into his mouth and pull the trigger. In February, according to police in Windsor, Danelle Colata, 27, and Randall Tyler, 33, died in a head-on collision, thus earning a tie in the game of chicken they were playing with their snowmobiles.
We're almost done with the can. Actually, come on. Peaches, more like bit. No, I'm just kidding. Well, thank you for watching, and hopefully you liked it. If not, sounds tough. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye.